Hi guys, how are you? I'm looking forward to today. I do have a little throat thing as usual, but I've got my water, I've got my coffee, so we should be fine. Oh, it's been so bad the last few days here. Oh, excuse me. I hope you guys are doing well. So just getting started. I've got at the last moment I started grabbing all these decks. It's like, oh, where are they? I've got it. This is a mess over here. I have totally got to tidy up. Excuse please. Hi now. How are you, babe? I've got the Southern Gothic Oracle out and the Tarot of Oppositions. Just trying to think what decks I've really got to get into the other room and get some of those other decks I had that are good for crime. But I'm quite confident. Shouldn't be getting ahead of my chickens, I suppose, here. I've got my Black Tarot, which is kind of moody. I'm just trying to think of everything. The Hand Painted, the Storyteller. And I think I've even got a timing deck. I think I found it. I still haven't had it be very, this is the timing deck. I haven't had it be very accurate yet. Hey, hi Shield Maiden, hi P44 Chippo and Sharon Sipe and Dolores Rico. It's so good to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. Let me get a drink of coffee because I'm getting that. Hey Kimberly B, hope you're doing well too. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm doing pretty good. Except for my, as usual, scratchy throat. But, oh, holy cow. My coffee little plate went off, so. My coffee is now ice cold. I'm going to have to wait for it to heat up. So I'm going to put myself on mute for a minute and clear my dang throat. Okay, that's better. So let's see. I think we picked up on, I just want to make sure that the live streaming, we got that going on YouTube's end. Okay. A weird thing was happening. You know how I have you guys put your questions on the community tab thing? Well, then YouTube has been really, really, really buggy lately. My comments are broken all the time. So, hi, a beautiful IT guy. How are you? So, I had to go to the area in my studio where comments were left. And this is the one time that's happened. So I'm gonna definitely be complaining to YouTube because it's, anyway, we don't need to talk about it here. It's a pain in the ass. Hi, Gina M. How are you? We have a lot of really cool questions. Hi, Tyler. It's so good to hear from you. You know, I was thinking about you the last couple days, and definitely yesterday. I was thinking, I haven't heard from him. I hope he's okay. And so it's cool that I maybe you picked up on my little phone home. I wanted to know if you were doing well. So it's good to see you too. I hope that New York is treating you well. I know that you're probably struggling, but good on you. Oh, P44, how are you, baby? I'm so happy to be here. Oh, well, we're happy to have you, and we all enjoy hanging out with you. So we have a lot of questions. Did you definitely? I was kind of doing my mom thing of, I hope you're okay. What are you doing? Where have you gone? Get in touch. So I'm glad you did. Hi, JR, sweetie. How are you? So good to see y'all. So, I forgot it. I have to put on my perfume. I'm one of those things where it's like, I like my perfume. I like my lipstick. This is a nice one. It's bergamot. Anyway, very fresh smell. So I really hope that this variety of decks that I've got out here will be suffice. We have a lot to look at. A lot. excuse me. And people left questions, but you know what? I had to go to like I was saying, I had to go to my comments in studio and post them and paste them onto, and it's the first time I've ever had to do that, into my community tab. So I'm complaining to YouTube for that. I'm just lucky I was able to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had your questions. It was weird. I kept refreshing the page. It showed I had 6 questions and I had Nels and P44s, the only ones showing up. So it was like, what the heck? So I went ahead very close to having to start the live and had to paste these on. But if there's a problem any bit further, if anyone else leaves any other questions, although I think there's probably enough questions here to keep us pretty busy for this live. We'll see. Okay. I'm all over the place here. What's this one? Although that's the comments, just in case anybody leaves more comments that I don't see. I'm so annoyed about that. Okay. All right. So, true crime live stream. And we have enough true crime questions, like I said, that I think this is just going to be kept to that. Sometimes I allow people to ask personal questions, but we've got enough here that I'm not going to have that. So, all right. On the Watcher House, 2 people by, okay. Cool. Yes, I can do that. For today on Thursday, it's been a while since you've seen my well, unless you were just lurking. But Tyler, on Thursdays now I do true crime, primarily live chat. But I will look at your question for the strange places, locations, creepy places for sure, because that looks good. That looks good. Okay. So let me see. Just making sure. Oh my God, it's even chopped off the questions that I posted. Okay, because there was 3 that I posted. Now I'm only seeing 2. Oh, YouTube, you are in trouble with me. Get this. I went ahead and posted that all, and it says that there's 9, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 after posting all that on. I can't believe that. YouTube's doing something very weird right now. So I'm going to have to rely on my comments section in studio to do this. I'm going to give them HE double toothpicks for this. All right. Good thing I have that. So we'll be looking also at Keegan Klein, who is the latest Delphi suspect. And of course, we'll be looking at the case of Gina John, who was found deceased. They did find her. So Nell, I don't know whether you were aware of that, but we'll look at her case and just see what happened, because there was so precious little. There was so precious little on her case that, hi, Pammy Ean, that it bears looking at. So that's, and then we'll look at Jamie Sark, who is an Indigenous young man that went missing and was finally located. But I just want to double check and see what happened to him. There's another precious little information, and that's so. And we'll look at Summer Wells. So, okay. Thank you for bringing the attention back to that, JR, because we are just broke as poor as church mice now. We are at my house. All that money that we'd saved up, we had to fix the truck, and that got smashed, 3 roofs. There went that money to move. So I've got to save up and work my ass off again. Let's go. I'm going to rely on my if you leave a question, it may or may not show up on this community tab. I don't know what the hell is going on, but hopefully it'll show up in my comments in studio. Okay, so that's where I'm going to work from. Okay, so the first question we're going to look at is about Tupac Shakur, and that's from P44. All right. Let's see here now. Where's my, all right. So many tabs open now. Hi, Ronnie. How are you? We're going to be looking at Tupac Shakur. Now, I've looked at his death a few times. But, I mean, I did do a reading, a mediumistic reading, but that was not really about the death. That was a message that he wanted to share. So, let's take a look at Tupac. I'm just going to check his date of birth. I'd forgotten. I'm pretty sure he was let me see. What was I going to say? I totally blanked. Anyways. Oh, yeah, a fire sign. I think he was a fire sign. I don't like that browser. Let me see here. If somebody else, you'll probably... I can get this pretty quickly. Let me just reminisce. June 16th. No, he was a Gemini. Okay. So I just like to know when I see the different cards, that pop up, that I can say, I think that's Tupac, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, I think, the star deck to start. Something tells me to go ahead and try using this Tarot of Oppositions. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try that. Sorry, this autofocus camera is a little different than my other ones. And it seems to go out of focus and have to refocus a lot more. Now, this is the Tarot of Oppositions. This is a really trippy deck. I think it's a more advanced deck, personally. And you have to really get used to it. Warning, I haven't gotten used to it. So we're about ready to find out. Hey, Mama Bear, how are you? And thank you all for joining me. I'm going to be looking at Tupac's case right now on our crime live stream. Let me see here. I've got to get the extra cards out of the deck. Let me just slip those. Should I toss these? Because these just drive me bananas. All right. Okay, so let's look. Okay. Tarot of Oppositions. We're going to try that. And again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And of course, I understand not everybody, I know a lot of people like the true crime live streams, but they're at work. So, if you happen to be watching this on a replay, I'm glad that you were able to do so. All right. So let's just get these cards shuffled. This guy, I didn't shuffle this deck, so we're going to have to chit-chat a little bit while I shuffle. No worries, P44. I love Tupac's music. And California, his song, I love that one. Now I've got the earworm. That's a good earworm to have. I kind of have I think a lot of us have our suspicions. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you for dropping by. I know you got your own channel to work out. Now I got to go pop in on you. And thank you, Shield Maiden, too. I know you have your own channel. And Ronnie, you guys do have your own work cut out for you, I know. So I appreciate you coming and hanging out as long as you can. Okay, let's think about Tupac. And hope that coffee warms up. Okay. Tupac was a beautiful man, in my opinion. I can see why the girls liked him. And he has, when I read on him, I remember that, the medium mystic reading, he has really good energy. It's just a shame that he was caught up in the, violence and that whole thing. And his mother, she was an outstanding lady. Outstanding lady. She is an outstanding lady, I should say. All right. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Little pain today. Maybe I should take an extra reliever just so I can be as comfortable as possible. And I also have to remember to sit up straight. That helps. Strengthens your back so it doesn't hurt. Okay, let's look at Tupac. Got to dial in, y'all. So, not having warm coffee threw me off. Still not the warmest yet. But this little hot plate will not warm it nicely so it isn't stewy. This is such a cool deck. I can't wait to show you guys if you haven't seen it. So it has double images. Dang. And I really, because it's, oh my Lord, it's quite strong card stock. At least for my little mitts. I have to break down the deck a little bit and do it in sections. So let me just get that donezo and think on Tupac and dial into Tupac. I remember, the the one thing that just popped into my mind was when the policeman approached him as he was basically dying and asked him, "Who did this to you?" And he told him he gave him basically the middle finger. He was, and I feel like he was a real poet. I'd love to look at his past lives. I really would. Not every rapper leaves that kind of a resonance with me, but Tupac, I think we all who know who Tupac is and like his music feel that way. I do the same thing, Shield Maiden. It's like pretty soon I'm like, hello? It drives me crazy. Maybe put some flannel sheets on the bed or something that might help you to stop your roll or your slip. Okay, Tupac. So I'm going to ask my spiritual mentors and the Holy Spirit to assist me to understand of who murdered him, why, and if the case will be solved. We'll look again. So let's dial into Tupac. He was a Gemini. Nice looking fella. And he treated ladies well. From what I understand, the women that were friends with him and that dated him, he was not a nasty dude when it came to women, especially that crap wouldn't fly with his mother. I can tell you that much. I get that, the one of the immediate things I always got about him. See, here goes the voice. You slip and I just lose my voice, Shield Maiden. I always felt like he loved women. And I think he liked women a lot better than men. And I'm getting from him, damn right. Okay, so I'm going to ask the Holy Spirit and his ancestors and mine to help me to read accurately and clearly, not only on him, but on all my stuff today. And especially with regard to him, about who's responsible, why it happened, and if it will ever be formal in declaration of who did what. I just popped those. All right. So, who killed Tupac Shakur? Why? Will it be solved? What can we understand? What do we need to know about this? Because we all have our suspicions. But let's see. And I may or may not be able to use this deck. I might have to switch out. You guys know how it goes. God dang it, you guys. That annoys me. Hold on. All right, so to saying dang it. So next time I'm just going to hit the mute and do it. Okay, so what we're getting here, Ace of Pentacles. And I'm feeling there's some greed involved here. Okay. Now they already have person of interest, P44. I forget the guy's name because it's been a while since I've read on that. Articles and stuff. I feel like they know who did it. I don't understand. And maybe the better question might be, and I will look at all of it, but why with the suspicions? What's holding up the truth coming out? You know what I mean? Anyway, I will verb that together better. Now we're getting, and again, this is the Tarot of Oppositions, if you're curious, okay? We're getting the Eight of Pentacles. So this is about work, the work he was doing. I feel like creatively, look at that, guys. It's all about money. Greed and money. And him wanting to go his own way. I feel like work-wise. You see the two hands on that pentacle? I feel like one of them is Tupac's wanting to take control of his own stuff. Now, I am recalling now some of his information, and I can't believe I am. And I feel like he's with me right here. I do. I feel like he's like, not necessarily like, but I feel like he's communicating. Come on, cards, stop doing that. So this was something I've gotten before. And it is I think he wanted to take, yes, Dolores, I think he wanted to take more creative control. And in his own work. So if we look at the upper parts of each card, oh Lord, I'm having a power surge. Let me just take this sweatshirt off. Excuse, please. And then I'll be cold 2 seconds later. All right, keep going, y'all. When I get those, it's terrible. All right, so it's important for you guys to see the imagery. I'm gonna pull you a little closer to me. Hi. Okay. So let's look at these. And this is a way that we can kind of unbox the Tarot of Oppositions and learn about this deck. All right. So on the top part is what you would call the properly dignified, well dignified, positively dignified aspect. To me, that is definitely Tupac wanting to take control of his own work and the direction. And he was learning more, I get, with that Eight of Pentacles, learning new skills. He was really honing his craft, literally. Now let's look at the bottom. Now we got greed. Now we got this mess. Look at that. And also someone screwing up somebody else's work, or it's not being respected. See? All right. So we know it has to do with money. And I feel it just intuitively from the prior reading and with these cards now again, it's talking about him wanting to do his own work, call his own shots, his creative, you know, boy, people need to really learn about, especially the rap music industry. But the music industry, y'all, oh Lord. Okay, we get death. And I do think it means the actual physical death. But I also think it meant that he wanted to end his connection with who? Who was he working with? Who had the money? Who held the purse strings? Who was shook? Okay. And as this is an entertainment channel, this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So now we're getting the death card. Okay, so now let me see if I can get out of the glare, because these have a semi-gloss and the skylight is putting a little glare. All right, well, you get the idea. There is death in its... Oh, actually, that's the improper. Oh, I even drew it reversed. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, y'all. Now look at this. Now this would be like, okay, I want to end the work with so-and-so and do my own thing. But they decide clearly, you're not ending squat. I'm calling the shots. I'm ending you. That is the total vibe. And your work, you're done. Now look at the, okay. Just so that we all on the same page. This is just the first three cards. Now I get the Chariot. And this is somebody wanting to win. I think we all know who that is. He also has this thing with cars. He went and tried to run over somebody. I recall that in some, what was it? That was on the scene. Was it for Dr. Dre's film or something like that? I'm kind of, maybe somebody help me. But yeah, this was a power move. Killing him was a power move. I think there's all kinds of hidden stuff. Yeah. Three of Swords, a betrayal. I think of it more that way. Somebody out for themselves. It's a betrayal. He was betrayed. So, I don't think it was all like, just like him and Suge as victims. I think Suge was in on it. I get the Eight of Cups. Abandonment. Neglect. Being left. This is somebody not looking out for you the way that they're supposed to. Hey, Tyson. Yatta, hey, how are you? I'm glad you're here. We're talking about Tupac and his death. And you can see the question in the highlight. And just for everybody coming in, hello, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. It's True Crime live stream Thursday. I'm putting on sweatshirts and taking them off. I'm hot and cold. But so just to recap, the first cards we drew about Tupac, this has to do with greed. This has to do with him wanting to go his own way and somebody not liking that. him wanting to have more creative control, be the boss of his own. Oh, me too, Tyson. A lot of us love it. So in fact, after we do this, I'll probably be listening to some of his music, because that's what I like to do after a live. But oh, and by the way, Tyson, I ordered some Navajo tea, but I had to go through Etsy because Amazon was out. But that's okay. I went through somebody that's gathering it and themselves, and all good. So I can support a small indigenous business. So I like that. So anyways, this is what we're getting. That it's about money. It's about, I believe, Tupac wanting to go his own way. And we got the death card as the very third card, and we got it ill properly. It's not in the proper thing. So like I was saying, if he wanted this, if it was just him like, hey, I want to take and end my association with Suge and Lucky Dog. I've got cold coffee that I'm trying to warm up, but mercy. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. Didn't have a good connection there. So anyways, we get the Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords can be heartbreak. It can be a lot of things. If you're looking at somebody's health, they might have heart problems. They might be going in for surgery. But when you're looking at relationships, it's betrayal. It is betraying someone. Get away, Glare. You're not my friend today. Ever. And then we get the card of abandonment with the 8. I can't try to get, no matter where I put my card. Then we have the 8 of Cups, which is abandonment. So I feel like Tupac's saying, and the ancestors are saying, he was abandoned. This is neglect. This is not right. This is about money. Yeah, I love his California. I can't sing, so I won't. And plus, I don't want to get copyrighted. YouTube's gotten very, very uppity and ridiculous, making it crazy lately. And then we got the Chariot. So like this person feels like they got away with it, that they were able to walk off and not get called on this crime. What I want to ask, because I think there was more than one person involved. I don't just think it was the dude that was in the Crips or Bloods or whatever that they look at. He may have been the trigger dude, but I think there were more people that were like, yeah. So let's just see, including Suge. I hate to say it. How about we do this? With Suge Knight, let's just straight out. Was he responsible for Tupac's death? Duh. Gotta just ask that. Oh, well. Okay. No, his music will never die. It's truly, I don't like so much of the modern, I say it's modern, but I'm old school because I'm old. I was a teenager when we had Biggie. I wasn't a teenager, but Biggie and all that. I like that old school rap. That's my style. I like Missy Elliott, but we'll talk about music another day. I like all kinds of music. Okay, just making sure I got this deck right. All right. Oh my gosh, my little hands. I have to break in this deck. So again, I'm using the deck of oppositions. Was it oppositions? Yeah. Oh, it's an Italian deck, or maybe by an Italian couple. Pierluca Zizi and Michelle D'Alessio. I should know better. My husband's half Italian. All right. Let's ask, is Suge, and again, this is entertainment purposes only, is he responsible? Is Suge Knight responsible for the death of Tupac Shakur? Is he part of that? I gotta remember not to like trout face when I'm thinking. I noticed that. I'm like, what am I doing with my mouth? It's a nice day. We've had nothing but fog, overcast here at the coast near San Francisco. And so we finally got some sun today, but it's chilly. But I'm happy to see the sun. So is my body, because my body hurts a lot when it's foggy. So was Suge Knight the one? Was he behind this? I just feel like he was the one somehow. I would be stunned. Ugh. Okay. I think so. This was the very first card I got. You all know how much I just shuffled that. That's a yes. And we get the Queen of Wands. This is taking action, but he may have taken a more, with the feminine card there, he may have taken a bit more of a telling people what to do and letting other people be the direct. Ooh, I'll have to see that one. I forgot about that one, Tyson. Magician. Yeah, I think so. We all know that he's a very manipulative person. It's saying yes. And it's about money and greed. And, you know, if Tupac would have left him and done his own deal and been in charge of his own stuff, he would have left Suge in the dust. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. P44. He gonna find out. Shall we look at his karma? I'm not taking any joy in it, but I think we should look at Suge's karma. Because I think we know why now. That answered the question. Money. And I believe independence. Him going independent or not using the services of Suge. I think Suge was cramping his style a bit. I think he wanted to do, as he is an artist, or was an artist, you know, his own thing. So let's look at Suge's karma for this. And I will ask if it'll be solved. I think he's kind of gotten away with it, to be honest. I don't think, but I will look. I'll look. Because you never know. You never know. It's a crazy world. So let's see. I want to know what Suge's karma is for this. Because he's behind not just this, but some other sketchy crap. We all know that. It's no secret now. Running over that dude on that film of Dr. Dre's. I mean, seriously. 4 of Cups. This shows he does not care. This man has no F's to give. He has no empathy. He cares about numero uno, just like we thought. Here's the other side of that, which would be his karma. Well, you don't care? Nobody's going to care about you, brother. How does that feel? We get the Magician again. So I think he's going to be, you know, this is the manipulation. Look at the color. It's just like green. It's like sickly. He has very dirty energy. It's the Hierophant. So Yeah. He is. And he is going to have to face his immorality. This is basic ethics of right and wrong, of what we all know is the rules that are clear, that are, the commandments, all that. You just don't do bad stuff to people. Really not hard. Love each other as I have loved you and all of that. Well, I think Suge is the one that liked to be big boss man. Just this almost kind of looks like him. If we just changed the skin tint a little, added some melanin there, I think we'd have a Suge looking person in a robe. But this is control. I'm getting control, and I'm getting his karma. I don't like it. It feels like disease. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll look at that. Oh, I don't. Ace of Swords. It's like there's clarity. People will know, but this is also like him losing things. This to me feels like, let me show you this. It's kind of like his harsh crap, just he cuts his own throat, so to speak. That nastiness now is sitting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't get killed. He got grazed. And he was totally behind this. There, of course, I'm sure there were other people, but he was calling the shots on this. He was not happy. I can see that. But he will have to account for this. He's got a lot to account for. That he's so unethical, to put it off, to say the least. Now, let's see. Did he pay off the popo? Let's take a look. Because, that was weird, right? Wouldn't any other day of the week they would be like chomping at the bit? Or is this just because they did not get enough evidence or whatever that they could link? Let's take a look. I know that there was a retired fellow from the police with this case that's talked about it. I don't know how reputable he is or not, to be fair, but he had some things to say about the police handling of this, as I recall. It's been a while. But let's take a look. Did Suge pay off the popo? I mean, that whole record thing was just also a front for crime. There was criminal activity going on, as well as music and things like that. Did he pay off the popo? Two of Cups, he knew somebody. He knew somebody. That's a relationship. That's a bond. That's a friend. The Emperor. This is someone in authority. Yeah. He had a friend in authority that helped him out. Maybe they conveniently lost things, or, Yeah, he did. This is the card of victory. He made sure that he kept, protected his own behind. Ten of Swords. Yeah. He's guilty, and yes, he pulled some strings there. I don't know whether it was money or not, but yes. Okay. Will this ever be solved? I don't think so. Just gut level. I think it's just going to stay like it is. Like, people know what they know. But I don't know that. The police don't like to go back and say, hey, we made a mistake, or hey, there was some corruption here. They don't like to do that. But let's just take a look really quick. Yes, he is. Oh, are you not well, Tyson? I'll send you some Reiki. I will. It's just life force energy. It's just, so I'm going to send you that. All you got to do is just say, yeah, I'm going to receive that. For anybody that's sick, there's been a lot of people not feeling good. Please do take care and definitely make sure you don't have that nasty sea bug. All right. I get the Chariot. I don't think so. Normally I would say success. Yes, maybe. I don't think so. I think he's gotten away with it. They want him for other stuff. In this case, I think Tupac is going to keep. It's just energy, like healing. Ace of Wands. I would. No. Three of Wands. Well, in the future, now this, okay, hold on. These two cards might indicate that something happens or heats up in the future. With the Ace and that 3. This could be something that expands. I don't know if there's somebody that will bring it back up. I don't know if they're going to be, again, this could be a retired law enforcement person saying what happened in that way. But I'm saying no. Hi, Craig. Because, and Melissa, because I'm not getting the justice cards. I'm not seeing the law, earthly law come in. I'm just not feeling it. No, I don't think so. I think this is going to be something that is going to have to come out on the other side in spirit. Shook's got I would not want his karma. Yeah, so I don't think it will be. I think it's always going to be like what we kind of got now. Thank you, Linda. Bless you. We love you too. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate that. Okay. So P44, great question. Always like to read on Tupac. So we'll go on ahead. I just want to read what. Oh, your throat is sore. Oh, you're actually having. No, don't do that. I'm actually having sage, pine needles, and juniper. Yeah, I wanted to get some juniper ash. Actually, I was thinking of trying this one thing. All boiled together. Yeah, traditional Navajo medicine. I was thinking of I know they use the juniper ash in the, blue corn mush? It's used for cough and runny nose and congestion. Ooh, that sounds like it really would be like, you feel better. And I got my candles on my altar, my family altar here. So prayers up for you, Tyson, and anyone not feeling well. And of course, always, Nancy Vogel's daughter. I always think of her. She's one of our fellow friends here. All right, so let's go and see. And I'm going to go through the comments because, that's the first time that didn't work. I'm not in the mood to talk to them on chat today, but that is going to happen. I'll tell you what. All right. Okay, so we have that. So let's go to Twin Flame Golden Ascension. Wants me to look at this new, they're not really new to us knowing about it, I think. Keegan Klein, the Delphi police in Delphi, Iowa, isn't it Iowa? Indiana, I'm sorry, announced they recently were looking for any info on a social media profile called Anthony Shots. And that inquiry was about the Delphi murders. The account has been found to be linked to this Keegan Klein guy. Update from what I see online, it looks like the police are saying this Anthony Shots account, Keegan Klein, was catfishing the two girls a month or two before they were killed. And the cops back then around the murders got a search warrant. Oh, yeah, for the guy's house. And his phone was reset to factory. Yeah, we'll look at this guy. That's not good. Okay. But maybe good to find who did this. All right, let's go. Also, of course, honey. Honey is so good for your throat. That's probably what I should be drinking. Okay. Okay, Keegan Klein. Now, I wanted to see if I could, I know I've tried this before, but I've got too many windows open. Well, just look up Keegan Klein. I won't waste more time with that. So let's take a look at Keegan Klein. Is he good for these Delphi murders? Just checking out the rest of that. Yeah. Okay, because he was catfishing them. Was it? Wait. So you said, was he catfishing Abby and Libby? The two girls. Okay. Yes. So he would have been. Ugh. Sometimes I just wonder if I got dropped off on the wrong planet altogether. Do not understand people. Okay. I can't believe it's already at nearly an hour, but I'm going to go as long as I feel like going and see what we can do. Okay. Keegan Klein. Now, I thought that there was another guy. There's so many creeps, I guess you can read and find that they're guilty of something on somebody, but I don't know. Let's see. Is Keegan Klein? I gotta think if he was catfishing them, you guys. All right. Is he responsible for their deaths? Is he responsible for this crime, this horrible crime? Keegan Klein. He was catfishing them, pretending to be somebody else, probably maybe a peer, somebody of their age, who knows. What can we get at? So I'm asking my ancestors, of course, and the Holy Spirit to guide me and to help me to read accurately and clearly these symbols. The Knight of Pentacles. That steady energy that is like, it kind of feels like a Five of Pentacles. This guy's not a healthy person. This is a problem and a decline mentally and physically. I don't think his health is that good either. I did see a picture of him. He is quite obese. I thought he looked bigger than the guy they had there, but you know, he could have gained weight. It's hard to say. However, yeah, I don't like this guy. Let me just see. I might have to use out a different deck. The Magician. He's a manipulator. So that fits the catfishing. Ace of Cups. A lot of emotions here involved. And this is about emotional satiation. But this with the ace is like overflowing emotion. The card would indicate negative or positive. The emotions are, spilling over. My feeling is this is someone that likes to see that likes to orchestrate that. Sick. He likes to see other people scared. The Wheel, this is karmic. I think he could be responsible because this is what has happened in the past, and the way that things, you do this, it leads to that. It's consequential. And it's a change also coming in. Page of Pentacles. These are kids. This is usually a childlike card. My feeling is that he's also done this to other kids, of course. The Fool. A big gamble. This person, he likes risk. I think he's very capable. If he didn't do this, he's capable of it. The Five of Wands. This can be the assault, where you are attacking someone else. Sometimes it's about competition, but other times it's straight up violence. It's not competitive sport. Let me get a different deck. Where did I put them? Yeah, it's right here. It's kind of a neat, you can keep it all together. I do like that. I don't care for the paper, boxes that the cards kind of come in. These are better because they keep your cards better. They hold up better. Ooh, don't want to lose the little booklet. Okay. So now what I want to do, okay, I'm going to use the Southern Gothic Oracle. This is a really neat deck. It uses a lot of traditions and stuff from the South, a lot of the various, well, you'll see if you haven't seen this one yet. And it's pretty common sense too, so I like that. All right. So let's see here. What else do we say here? Yeah, so he was catfishing him and he reset his phone to factory. Now, did he do that? Because he was, was there more than one person going after these girls? What's the deal? I think that's pretty unlikely. I think Occam's razor, the most likely scenario, what makes sense. But let me just ask with these cards. So Keegan Klein. Is he responsible for the deaths of Libby and Abby and Delphi, Indiana? Is he the one that is responsible? I've gotten another guy before, but I could have been wrong. Let's see what we get. Yeah, making sure I got the right side up. The Painter. This is power. Now, they use the word painter because it's more of how people pronounce things in the southern area. The Panther, the Painter. And this is about power. And this can be about being aggressive. This can be about too aggressive. Let me see what other card we get with that, because it's strength and power. And I get the card of the conch shell, which is homecoming and afterlife. It makes me feel like he's responsible for sending them to heaven. It really does. Also, the conch shell is typically representative of women, the female body parts, and motherhood and all of that. But I think this person's got a thing with females, that he wants to be more powerful. I think he feels threatened by women. And that's what we're getting a little bit of a background on him with these cards. We get grounding, fierce protection with the armadillo basket, and vanity set, self-awareness and clarity. So he's got a lot of protection around him for some reason. But I think the clarity might get him in trouble. Let me draw clarification, actually, on what they mean by the armadillo basket in this case, about grounding. Maybe if I just give myself a second. And fierce protection. Now, I'm getting a hit that this is, I think he's pretty, this indicates to me, I think somebody that's pretty sly. I don't think he has the greatest self-awareness, but I do think he has clarity about what he was doing and how to keep himself resetting the phone to factory and doing things like that. Let's see what else we get. I don't like this. Mourning. This means death. And when we get the crow, a lot of people are scared of crows. I like crows, but I'm a medium. So they kind of, I can get why some people get creeped out. Owls do the same thing to some people. I like owls. Owls, would be, hung around me. So I don't have a problem, but I get why some people do. So this is dashed hopes, and this is mourning. I do think he is responsible with that card. And this is my messenger of death. If he didn't do them, I think he's done this before to somebody else, like I said. And this is just one that he's getting looked at for. Let's see what else we get with this deck. We get the Bayou, which is about emotions and manifestation, and the Crossroads, which is about decisions, and a road opener. I feel like there's going to be more to this story coming out with regard to this guy. You got the Page of Pentacles too. Okay, excuse me, I got to take care of somebody, this crappy Christian that thinks that they're so great. You know what? I think Jesus, you need Jesus. You really do. Hold on, y'all. Thank you, Shield Maiden. Troll Slayer. That's my Shield Maiden. All right. Good job, girl. Now I got to find myself. Oh, that just makes me so angry. Thank you for doing that. Nest of Owls when you were 9. Aw. You missed them growing up. Aw. They used to always sit out, like where I grew up in Missouri before I moved out to California after my car accident. We had a 2-story house, and on my brother's bedroom, he was lucky. He had a balcony. But at night, because we lived way out in the country, you would hear the hoot owl. And, a lot of people associate it with death, but it's also wisdom. And I remember one time I went out there, I stepped out there because at the time I smoked cigarettes. And I went out to go out on the deck to smoke a cigarette. It was late at night. Oh my God. You know, it's pitch black. This is the country. There's no, you know, you can, but I went out there and I turned and I looked over and perched right up, big owl, perched right up on the railing of the balcony was this beautiful hoot owl. And I just went, I got scared. I just went, oh, you know, I can go in the back porch. But it was a beautiful owl. And I used to like, he used to sit on, then he flew around and he would sit above my window on the second floor. He would sit on the roof and he would hoot at night. It was very calming. I liked it. Anyhow, I think that's a yes, but let's see if he's going to go to be put behind bars and caught up for this. You know what? I think I'm going to use yet another deck. I want to see if I can get my justice card. Oh, okay. So let's see. Will Keegan Klein be arrested for the damages? Yeah. We had an atmospheric river, what they call an atmospheric river. Now, if you've not heard of them, they have them sometimes also up in British Columbia. They're very devastating, high wind, rainstorm. We can get landslides, all kinds of stuff. Well, I have 3 small units, 2 units my family members live in, my mom in one, my brother in another, and then we have a family that lives in the other, and we have to replace. We needed to replace 2, especially 2 of the roofs because of the storm, which is, but the other roof was kind of old. So the guy said, okay, I'll throw that one in for $40,000. And that's ridiculous, but that's what it costs, y'all. So, and to get it done. So we have to get this sorted out. That took up and ate up all the money we've been saving up for a new house. Then my husband's truck on the same storm got almost totaled, and we've had to put in a shit ton of money for that. I love owls too. I love birds. I like all kinds of birds. Crows, hawks, everything. I think they're wonderful. Okay, now, let's just see, though. Hey, Barbara Wheel. Yeah, we got hit, like, that storm just wiped out years of saving to move. But I know that God's going to help me out, and I know that I'm going to help me out, and we're going to get this. I know I'll be moving. I see it in the cards. But it's just like, I'm going to have to work my tail off. So private readings, if you need one, let me know. Crows are my favorite too. They're so smart and they're funny. You'll hear them sometimes, especially it's weird when I'll do a mediumistic reading and I've got my skylight open and I'm hearing crows start up. All of a sudden I'm like, okay, yeah, we know spirit's with us because they're those in-betweeners. They bring messages from, spirit. At least in my book, they do. Oh, now I got to tie up the back of my hair. I'm not in British Columbia, but I read about it happening there too. I'm in Northern California. We're just south of British Columbia, a few states down. But they got hit with a really bad one too recently. Oh, man, y'all. Okay. I had to get that hair up. I'm in Northern California. I'm very near San Francisco. And I'm right at the coast. I wish I had an ocean view, but I don't. I'm too poor for that. And now I'm even more poor. You gotta laugh. Okay, so let's take a look and see if he's going to be arrested for this. I kind of think maybe, I'm hoping, but they've had so many other guys that they've done this with, trotted out, and then let's see. Keegan Klein. Is he going to be arrested for this? Well, I have a King of Pentacles God. I better find out what his birthday is. Find out if he's an earth sign. And I get the Lovers. The fudge? Agreement? What is this? Bond? Is this dude? Can't. Ugh, God, if he's married. Four of Cups? It's not what it looks like. This is deceit. There's some deceit here. Now, does this mean like he's lied about some things, but he's not the one? Now, I don't know. That Lovers thing and the fact that they were, I think it was a sexual offense as well. He's got the fantasy stuff going on. So he's got the fantasy type of mind that likes, these guys have that fantasy. Yeah. Quite possibly. This is an offer. I don't know why I'm getting an offer and why, I hope to heck this isn't some kind of deal. What is this? Because I'm looking for justice. More emotional crap. I don't know, you guys. You're scared of crows? Some people are. They can be, but for them, they're loud. For the most part, they're very friendly. They like to bring, they bond with people pretty well. But I understand. The World, the Two of Wands, I'm not seeing. It looks like something is not as it seems. There is something wrong with this picture. And it looks like there's fantasy, but it also looks like there's, like maybe they can't nail him down to this. I think they're going to bring him in for questioning and try and break him. I think that's the energy I'm seeing here. Let's see what else we get. Empress, the Devil, Temptation. Again, the thing with females. Now, he's done stuff, like I said. But did he do this? We get Temperance. Oh, I think he's worried that he'll get it figured out. There's something in this guy's background that he does not want them digging. Now, he had all kinds of child inappropriate stuff on his computer. They get in your trash. Oh, we get the raccoons doing that. We gotta take a bungee cord. They don't get in our trash. Thank goodness for that. But the raccoons, oh Lord, here. And possums, and they fight. Oh my God, it sounds like people screaming out there. It's kind of scary. You ever heard possums fighting? We have them out here in California. We do. More than one person. Okay, this is about more than one person here. Involvement. What's going on with this? And the Ten of Pentacles. Collaboration. Why am I getting about collaboration with this guy? I don't know if this is something that's going to be forthcoming. What the hey? Is this a mother figure that's covering up for him? I don't know. But I don't like him. And I see him worried that he's going to be drawn in here. I think he has. I think he's connected to a ring. I do. Wouldn't surprise me with the imagery that they found, right? Gross. I hate these guys. Five of Wands, Three of Wands. It looks like I don't see them getting. it still feels to me like with the cards I'm seeing for him that like they're still trying to link him to this. They're trying to break him or get him to open up, or to, they may say, hey, what, with this stuff on your computer, they may find that he's linked and sharing. Most of those guys do that kind of stuff. Queen of Wands and the Five of Swords. This is cruelty. Taking action. I really just get that this guy does not like women, but yet he's attracted to him. So then he's got this, and he's really, I think, I say women because I do get the Empress and the Queen of Wands and some other female cards here, but it makes me feel like he takes it out on young women. He wouldn't perhaps necessarily, well, he may have been abusive to a woman of his own age, but my feeling is he would take this out on younger people. There's something not right with him. Is he the one? It kind of looks like it, but I'm not getting, unfortunately, any quick looks of justice, acting, taking action. I see them questioning him. I think he's going to be a lot of hard work to question. I think we just need to watch that space. Okay. So I'm going to move on because I do need to get to some more. I think that he's definitely, now I'm getting chilly. I think he's definitely done stuff. To me, it would seem like he would be the one, but I'm not getting cards that make me feel like law is going to maybe be able to, they're going to struggle to prove it, I think, unless short of a miracle. I have to see. I've got the coast. Oh, you guys can't see it. It's got my town's pier on it. It's super comfy. Okay. I will look at him again. I just keep getting cards with him that show, I think it's going to be like pulling teeth. I don't think it's going to be easy for them with him. I think if it had been easy, apparently they've been looking at him for a while, I guess. But I think they would have brought him in sooner. Or he would have, maybe they did, but you know what I'm saying. I'm going to try this deck here too. Very quickly. Keegan Klein. Is he going to be held accountable? I get the sun reversed. I don't like that. Let me try it again. Maybe that's no, he's hidden. It's still being hidden. And I get delay reversed. Now delay reverse should be something's well, that there has been a delay actually, and it is now they are looking at him. I just still think for some reason with this guy, it's going to take them a bit more work to crack him or something. That's all I got to say about that for right now. All right, let's go and see what the other comments that we have. And we'll go back and look at him again. I think he's one of those that we need to do that with. And we're going to look at Summer, and then we're going to look at Laverne Gina John from the White Mountain Apache Reservation. Now, she was found deceased, but I couldn't find out like cause of death. I couldn't find anything. So I think I would, I want to take a look at that. And I want to look at a young man, I think he's 25 years of age, that was just found recently deceased. He had been missing in August, and from around the Nova Scotia area. His name was Jamie Sark, and I want to look at his case too. So let's hop on and take a look at Laverne Gina John. She was 38 years old. And when I looked at her picture, she looks so familiar to me. It was kind of weird. All right. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah, me either. He's gross. Okay, let's take a look at Gina John. And again, see what we can get with regard to her. Now, this is the White Mountain Apache Reservation in Show Low, Arizona. Missing December 8th. Wow, that was yesterday, anniversary of 2017. Now, she was found, I think they did find her remains, maybe 2019, 18, 19, somewhere in there, just the last couple of years. And it was, that's all I know. So let's just see about Gina John. She went by Gina. And she was 38 years old. So I'm going to try to connect with Gina and her ancestors just to help me and mine to read on her. And may she and her ancestors assist to relate anything that's pertinent to her case that we need to know about, that isn't maybe known about. And I want to let Gina have the floor, so to speak, so that she can share anything that she wants to with regard to her passing, or so that we understand. Again, this is Laverne Gina John from the White Mountain Apache Reservation. And date of going missing, December. I'm so sorry, Tyson. There, have you heard that Deb Haaland is working really hard to make new laws for you all, for your missing folks, your relations? There, I'll post something in my community tab in case you don't know. That might lift your mood a little bit, but it's been too long. So many people. It makes me cry. It really does. I'm a softie. I don't like anybody not being, given the same consideration. It makes me angry. So let's look at Miss Gina and her story and see what we can get. Because I really tried to look and find some background, just basic background. And it was, as usual, media doesn't cover the details. Very more so now are doing that and going to the families that of missing people, and especially as we are talking about in the indigenous folks, and Tyson can attest. It's like if you're a blonde little white girl with blue eyes, everybody wants to know. That's got to change, because the majority of people that are missing and don't get any media attention are indigenous folks and Black folks, people of color. And it's wrong. It's sickening. I'm not down with it. So that's why I'm doing something different. Okay. We're getting the Ace of Pentacles. So this usually is like a new beginning. Sometimes it could be a new job or benefit of money coming in. What is this? I get, okay. Now I'm getting the answer. I'm getting a card of money. Now I know sometimes certain tribes have, like I know in Oklahoma they did, they'll have money that they come into. I don't know if that is the case with the White Mountain Apache tribe. Um, it's all non-native as well. I'm just going to share some of Tyson's comments because it's appropriate right now. Uh, and he's somebody that lives this. It's all non-native as well. Me and my brother are doing a run 2 weeks for the missing and murdered women from San Diego to Durango, Colorado. Right on, Tyson. Email me the details, and I will share that information just to, put that out there to get you guys more eyes. That more information, people be aware that you're doing that run. Two things occur to me with this is family. And this is also her, I feel like, on the other side with family. That's, to me, my ancestral card. This can also be about money. And that's why I want to be cautious too and say, was she coming into some kind of money? Yes, please do, because I got that community tab, and I worked hard for it, and it's for letting the community know. So let's let everybody know that we can, and maybe I can get some of my other reader friends to share that. Just spread the word. Okay, and we have, dang, we have the sun. So this is about exposure, not like necessarily exposure from like being outside, but this is something coming to light. I still think that that's money. I wonder if she was coming into some family money or inheritance or through the tribe or work or something. This could also just be the family support of the tribe. Okay, let's see what we have. The Queen of Wands. I'll have to look. I couldn't find her birth date, but I do feel like we are picking up with her. And I do feel like she has transitioned. But what I want to know is what happened. Okay, here we have the Empress. Again, this has to do with things of value. It can be a connection to, this is motherhood, the wife. But to me, this is a feeling of abundance, about coming into some money or somebody getting something. What is this? Nine of Cups. And security. Again, with the Pentacles, the earthly. Security. I think it almost looks like was she happy? Was she getting some sort of benefit of some kind that was important or support? Because I feel like she was really, I'm being shown her, I see the connection to the tribe. I see the connection to the greater, relations. All of that looks really good. And she looks like she's like feeling really chipper or happy. This, with the Nine of Cups, it's about satisfaction and security. But it can also be about somebody being greedy with somebody and wanting somebody else's stuff. Like get the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles. Now this to me could be somebody that's younger than her. Or actually, because she was 38 at the time, that's not far from being 35. So a knight, they say up to 35. But this, I wish I could have context with her. Was she working? Was there someone at work? Is this work? Is this money from the tribe? It feels like it would be considerable and like sitting comfortably or securely and thinking this is very positive. And then somebody wanting to succeed here, negotiating, getting their way. And I am getting, now this could be her with ideas of what she wants to do with that, or moving, especially with the Chariot. It can be moving. God, I wish I knew more about her life. Oh, okay, now we get in the dark stuff. Now we're getting the past, possible link to children, and the devil. This is temptation. Now, the Nine of Cups can be about using substance. It can, and no one needs to be ashamed about that. It's a disease, runs in my family and many people. There could have been some issues like this going on. But this feels like something yucky from the past. Someone yucky and oppressive from the past comes back into this woman's life. Right about the time that she's thinking something really positive happening with family. Maybe she was going to spend money for family. I don't know. But that, that all looks like family, moving, maybe fixing things up. Yeah, work. And being content and feeling like you have enough to maybe look after mom or whatever. And then we get this. Now, this looks like jealousy to me. This looks like all that corruption. And I'm getting the King of Wands. That, yeah. And then I get, they want some money. Somebody may have been wanting some of that money from her. I'm thinking she was getting some kind of money from something. And I see a King of Wands that wants that. And it's not exactly, I think, so I'm thinking there's a man that is responsible for this King of Wands. Let me just look at this King of Wands and the money. What was the deal with the money? It's like he wanted some of it. Or some kind of benefit that she had. You got it. You got it, Tyson. My pleasure. It's an honor to help. It really is an honor to help. And that's why I don't understand when people don't want to help other people. It's like, number one, it's win-win. You help somebody and then you should feel good like, hey, I did something positive, in the world. I don't get it. Crazy world we're living in. I hope you feel better soon. I got a few. I'm not gonna be ending the live anytime soon yet, though, because I got a number of other things I got to read on here. So, this makes me sad. So I think she was killed for it. We're seeing a burden. We're seeing mourning and grieving and loss with that 5. That's the card that someone's passed for me. It's mourning. This really put, I think, her family or other people, and of course it does, in a burdened situation. But the heaviness is unbearable. It is more than any one person should have to carry with that 10 of Wands. It's too heavy. I don't know if, I think she had kids. I get a Queen of Cups and a King of Pentacles. I'm feeling like these are people on her side. I'm feeling like that could be sister, brother, that could be mom, dad, that were grieving her loss. Then I get a King of Cups. I feel like this was someone that came in spirit from her family to help her to transition. I'm glad I see that, because I do know in some traditions with various different tribes and stuff, if a person is, some people believe that if they aren't found, then their soul wanders. And I see her being able to transition. And I think it's through the help of a male spirit. It could be a family member or ancestor, of course. But I see that there. So I think the answer for her is, I do think that was homicide. I see something up with money, and I kept getting money and or benefit of some kind. Oh, thank you for subbing. Oh, Shield Maiden. Thank you for subbing to Shield Maiden. I was going to say, I thought you were already. Okay. So I don't think, unfortunately, that this is going to be pursued. A lot of times with tribal police, also from what I understand, there's only a few of them. Some of them aren't always up and up, depending on where you're at. There's more work than they can handle. They're understaffed. That we need this. The whole thing is, it's got to change. We have to regard everyone, no matter who they are, as human being, and treat, just this. People would be shocked if they went to some reservations. I'm telling you, I've been to them, so I know. I have some friends that live in reservations. In Acoma, now that reservation is quite nice, but there are other ones, and you go look at Pine Ridge and stuff like that. People need help. People need help. They should be getting help. It's so wrong. I want to do readings on that later to see if that's going to change. But so many things to read on. Okay. I will read and see if she's going to get earthly justice. I think she's going to get spiritual justice, just my feeling. Will Gina John get earthly justice? I tell you, who's ever responsible, gonna wish that they went to jail rather than deal with what they got to deal with and feel what they got to feel when they pass. They're gonna know the pain they caused her. They're gonna be held to account. They will not get away with it. That's just, you might get away with it on earth, but you do not get away with it in spirit. No, you do not. Different rules. I don't think so. This breaks my heart. The Prince of Wands and the Eight of Wands. It just feels to me like there's some activity, there is wisdom, but there is heartbreak. To me, this is like people might have an idea about who did it, perhaps in the community, but it's more like, be aware of that guy. He's bad news, a betrayer. And I don't see her getting justice on earth, but I do see her getting it on the other side. Yes. Oh, this person may have been in a relationship with her. I'm getting that King of Wands again, and I'm getting it in connection. Here we have King of Wands, again, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. This is a relationship, but I think that she endured a lot of abuse, because this is strength and endurance. This is like a woman that has endured a lot. And usually the King of Wands is somebody that's got a bad temper. They can be very hot-tempered. And again, the money thing. And also it's possessiveness as well with the earthly pentacle cards. So this person would be very territorial. What's hers is his, and she is his, and he can do what he wants with her, and that kind of thing. So I feel like this was somebody that she was seeing. She was in a relationship with. And I wish I did see justice coming for her. Pretty. Yes. Very pretty lady. So that makes me sad. And prayers up for her. But the one thing I think that does help people is just that we witness, that we know, even if they can't get our law enforcement to get and do what they should do. Meow. Yeah. Bear, want some lap? I hit the wrong spot and flagged someone. Sorry. Oh, no, no, no worries. It happens. It's so easy to do that. Bear wants to sit on my, come on. You're going to see a tail. Okay. All right, baby bear. Baby bear, baby bear. I got a tail in my face. Come on, boo-boo. Come on, lay down. Lay down on grandma. Lay down, grandma. Good girl. Okay. Now let's see. All right. So unfortunately for Gina John, God bless her, I do get spiritual justice though. And that mofo, he'll be sorry. All right. Now, that can't be it. Oh yeah, Summer. And then we have to do Jamie Sark. All right. I feel like I'm going to jump. I'll do Summer last. And I'm going to get on to Jamie Sark. Okay. Now, I just want to see what happened. I could not find out. And I think they will be looking for his cause of death. So he was a young man. Let me just give you a little background. I know I've got the pages open. Okay. This is in Canada. RCMP helicopter finds body. They found his body. Okay, he'd been missing and the family had been looking for him, like I said, since August, in a heavily wooded area of Lennox Island. Okay. And that's really all they gave. Sweet, nothing, other than finding him. Now, he was reported missing August 25th near, and he was a kind of a slender young man, had beautiful long hair. He's got a wonderful smile. I just look at him, I think you look like you're my kid's age. It makes me some kind of way. It's hard for me not to. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so the money they set up the tribe set up a $5,000 reward to find him by the Lennox Island First Nation band, and he was initially reported missing August 25th near Mosquito Path in Lennox Island First Nation between the hours of 11 a.m. and 12 in the afternoon. RCMP later confirmed he was last seen leaving a residence on Sumac Trail around midnight. Well, that's a lot different than 12 p.m. Well, okay, he was first reported missing initially. Okay, and then later confirmed that he was leaving a residence at midnight on Sumac Trail. Okay, and then they finally found him in this deep wooded area. So strange. And I think they found something of his around another area somewhere else. So it's it's suspicious. Okay. Absolutely. Send it all out there. Send that love. Oh, yes, I read on her. Tyson. Ella May. I read on her. Her face jumped right out at me. It's just like that lady. I could not get her out of my mind. I still think of her. I believe you can catch the reading. It is a video, but I believe that she was taken in her truck, and I believe that she's inside her truck somewhere in a concealed manner, maybe in water. But if you get any more information on that, because that's your area, let me know, because I will gladly update. And that poor woman, it was late at night when that happened to her. She was just at home. Okay. Let's see, which one did I have? Wait. Oh yeah, okay, it's not on here. Okay. So I'm reading on right now Jamie Sark. Now this was more recent. I want to know how he passed. Was it an unfortunate accident? Was this a homicide? Or suicide? I mean, unfortunately, that happens too. But let's just see what we can get. And I want to try to dial into Jamie's ancestors and him and see if he's willing to connect. How did Jamie Sark pass? And what do we need to know about his passing? So I'm asking the ancestors, because I seem to work well with them. And, of course, the Holy Spirit to guide. What happened to Jamie? How did he end up that way? In the woods. I don't like it. And it just kills me because I look at his face and, and I read pictures. When I see a face, well, she didn't. What happened, Tyson, was, I don't think it was her. I think someone interfered and tried to take her truck. I think someone was, if you watch the video, you can see what you think. I mean, like, if she did leave, I would say that's a good possibility. It could be a possibility either way, because a lot of people, to get rid of vehicles that they steal or whatnot, they put them in water. And they have not been able to find her, so I kept getting water, and I feel like she's concealed in something. It's, she's covered. It's not out in the open. Unfortunately, some people's bodies are left out in the open if something happens. I don't think so with this. There was a man, just speaking on LMA's case, that was, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but he was nearby a neighbor, at a neighbor's house at LMA, a nearby house. It sounds like there was a party, and he was not getting along. He was not playing nice. And so I think whoever was having that party may have tossed him out. She's not far away. This is at night. She's in for the evening, and all of a sudden she's gone. And her vehicle's gone. So there's a young man that they took in for questioning, and I think he could have something to do with it. It's just a little too coinky dink, Anyhow, let's see. Let's take a look at Jamie. So Jamie was last seen around midnight leaving a residence. Let's see what we can pick up. I don't like that. Yeah, okay. We've got the morning. Yes, he is deceased. He was found deceased, so that's accurate. But there's a cover-up. There's some uncertainties here. We have the moon. This means things are not super clear. The things may be on purpose, covered up. There's something hinky with that moon. What is it there? You should see. I got to show you how big this kitty is. I get the Emperor, an older man, father figure. This could be his father, though, for all I know. And I get a Queen of Pentacles. That could be the authorities, too, the Emperor. That may be his mother. I think that actually the Queen of Pentacles could be his sister. I know his sister's name is Kelly Sark, and she has been very vocal, very much speaking for the family. That could be her, and speaking to authorities. I think this is very another case that's She got off my lap now. Hey, nasty women. We get the Eight of Wands. This is some activity. And going further out with the Three of Wands as well. This is initially when you're wanting to expand. Maybe this, expand your life. There's activity around this. This could also be them looking. But let's get to the point. What happened to him? Okay, I'm getting the Fool. This is taking a risk. May not always realize that you are in danger as well. Sometimes you're a little naive. I think there could have been a little bit of a lighthearted. We definitely get the childlike, lighthearted energy here. I don't know if he was not taking things too seriously and maybe a bit naive. I keep getting that. I don't know if he had also maybe some mental or things that may have made him a bit more childlike. But I'm getting that there's an exchange here. And it's the Six of Pentacles. That's often asking for help, asking someone for help, asking somebody for money, asking for assistance. But I'm also getting the White Buffalo Calf Pipe Maiden. Now, she is a Lakota spirit that brought the healing ceremony of the pipe back to the Lakota people. I know that. So this is about needing healing. Now, this could also be speaking to a state of mind. I'm not really getting depression here. Oh, well, I don't know. If he had lost someone here, that could be. But I still think his death is odd. That there isn't, it's certainly not clear. I think the sister's going to get some help. Because I see spirit through here with the spirit of the White Buffalo Calf Pipe Maiden with the Six of Cups. I feel like she's been asking for help. So I think she's going to definitely feel like there's grassroots organizations that are going to be supportive of her. But this to me is maybe her getting help, because I've got her here. The Knight of Pentacles, I feel like someone's needing to defend themselves, standing up for themselves, their boundaries, what's theirs, their body, themselves. I don't know. And I feel like this could be him. The Knight of Pentacles, he was under the age of 35. This is a young person. Peace of mind. This could also be oh no, this is the place out in the woods. And the Ten of Wands. Heaviness. He was very heavy. Overburden. But I don't know that I see him being necessarily what I would feel like are my signs of the S word. They hate that here, so I have to. But look at this. Now we know that he was found in a wooded area. But this one looks like, was he buried or was he just found lying? He may have just been found lying uncovered. But we're getting a heaviness here, some kind of burden. I don't know if that's his. Did he, have mental health issues that weren't getting treated? The Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. This is something he'd been working on that would have been successful or something that he was doing that would have been bearing fruit. Like he had put the work in, and now it would be just a matter of finding, maybe it's the case. Maybe they'll find out more in time. I hope so. But he may have also been making some changes in his life where he was getting some, maybe going to have some kind of success with where he had put some kind of work in and being recognized for it. I don't know a thing about this young man, to be perfectly honest. The Nine of Wands and the Nine with the major arcana is the Hermit. This is the remote area. And this is enduring. You know, this is going through some heavy stuff. So far, I'm not getting any other cards of any like deceit or somebody taking him out there. I'm kind of feeling like he was in depression with this card. That's a possibility. Let's just keep going and see if we pick up any fighting, issues at odds. I get the Lovers. Now this can be relationships, of course, but this can be agreements. I don't know if he was having maybe trouble. There may have been an issue in a love relationship or even a friendship. But it looks like worry. This is worry. This is insomnia. This is a lack of sleep. This is being really worked up and upset. And I already had, I think this might be a situation where someone was depressed. I'm not sure. I'd have to talk more to his family, I suppose. But Eight of Swords, this is a restriction. I think he was maybe also trying to deal with, I don't know if he was, this could be either not having much in life that you enjoy, or there's restriction from what you enjoy, or if you are having some problems with alcohol or other substances, this can be about restraining yourself from that over, excess. It looks like a relationship may have been a trigger here to some depression. Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Action, a start, pursuit of something. What is going on? I get his sister again. I think she's going to get some success. Look at that. She is a real go-getter. God bless her. Let's see if I can donate to them or something. She is not letting this drop. Kelly, her name is Kelly Sark. God bless her. There's some kind of clarity coming with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups. I don't know if there was an issue of perhaps substance going on, maybe on and off the wagon, so to speak, or socializing, being around people. This is also socializing and partying. It could be, sadly, also if he was partying and he wandered out, maybe feeling some kind of way, upset at the party. I don't know. He did leave the residence. What happened? I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing here. I feel like I'm being shown everything but him. What's VAWR Tech? Is this spam or are you making a comment? Yeah, it is really hard to get clear, and mostly because we don't have context. If we had a family member sitting here to say, yes, that's, then we can have a more of an understanding of what some of these symbols mean. It's very hard in the meantime. But I keep seeing, I don't know. I'm still not satisfied with that. I might have to do cards on him too on another time. Maybe like a deep dive. Let me just ask, straightforward. Was Jamie's death a homicide or an accident? Let's just ask this way. Or something else that begins with an S that they don't like me to say on this channel. They'll cut the word out of your audio. Jamie Sark. Let me just really shuffle these cards. Jamie Sark. Come on. It should be simple. Is this homicide an unfortunate self-infliction of some kind, or is this accident? It's got to be one of the three. What do we need to know? I'm getting the Hierophant. I feel like there's a choice. Heaviness, a burden. I wonder, did he feel like he was a burden? I hope he didn't feel that way. And I get a King of Swords. Ten of Wands. Oh, that could be violence, though. Let me see here. And a King of Wands. And the Empress. Okay. I wonder if the FBI will come in on that. They don't usually bring them in because they can't, right? Tyson, because if it's on the reservation, I think the tribal police have to handle that. Well, we do get the card finally here of also, it can be feeling like things are futile. I gotta say, there does feel like there's some depression in here. There may be also some substance. He was maybe having some party atmosphere, you know. Now, is this someone being mean to him at the party? Or is this him leaving the party and saying, I'm feeling kind of down? I'm not sure. I get the sister again. She's praying. I wonder if she's going to do ceremony of some kind for healing for him. Definitely feel that's her. And I keep getting the white buffalo calf pipe maiden. Now, I know it was on the White Mountain Apache, different tribe, different beliefs, but healing spirit by a spiritual being. And I think this is his sister reaching out. I think there could have been something that happened at the party if he wasn't already. And it's quite possible that he could have been both depressed and something happened to him. Okay. I'm just glad he was found. Let's see how he is. Let's just do a well-being check on the other side for him. Ancestors, is he with you? He's been able to, I feel like he's been able to transition, but it took a while. I think there was a lot of confusion. I'm getting a headache, not because of reading, but I can sometimes pick up intuitive stuff, physical stuff. I get the Eight of Wands, activity, and leaving. I think he may have left on his own. If somebody did something to him, it would indicate abandonment. So somebody could have done something to him and left him in the woods, of course. I think it's the Six of Wands. That's okay. If there was a fight, I can say that I feel like somebody felt like they won it with the Six of Wands. And again, we're seeing him in the trees. The heavy, and this is in the repose of death. It can also be about needing to heal, or long-term healing. I think this guy went through a lot, and I think he had a lot of issues. I don't know if he was hanging around the best people, because I just feel like he was down. I keep getting these cards that kind of make me feel like he was down. Maybe it was something that happened that night at the party. Self-check. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Aspie. So that's what I have on him. It looks like it could have been one of the two, and I'm not clear enough yet on what that could be, because the cards indicate that could be somebody being a bully. It could also be him feeling like, if he's feeling down, unfortunately, like things are futile. Okay. All right, let's check with Summer Wells. This was the other person. Then we can wind up. This is the last question for this stream, and that'll be it for this Thursday. The next live stream, which you can ask any questions about, will be on Sunday. You can ask personal questions, you can ask silly questions, you can ask political questions, and that's on Sunday. And I have videos to do in the meantime. Okay, now let's look at Summer Wells. When I have read on her, I got a reading in the past of some kind of pressure happening with her. And I don't know if she got hurt or what, but I always get neglect. And I really do feel like they weren't watching her properly. I also don't think Don was the best dad. I don't know how else to say that. I think he's a bit of a creeper. So if there was other things going on, y'all, all I can say is allegedly for entertainment purposes only, it wouldn't surprise me. All right, I'm going to use this time the story cards, because that's what I felt like grabbing on Summer. And I meant to ask, let's see, who wanted me to check on Summer? Is it on here? No, anyways. Forgive me, but let's take a look at Summer, because I tend to think something happened to her, either in that water hole or back at the house. It's one of the two for me. And I do see the father as being connected. Now, I don't know if and what happened exactly, but there's negligence definitely within them taking care of her properly, keeping an eye on her, being sober enough. My God. Makes my blood boil. Children, elderly folks like Ella May, it makes me want to go grizzly bear. Who hurts old people and children? A real creep. Evil. Okay. All right, guys. We've all been confused about Summer. What can you please, through these cards, clarify to us what happened to her, if she'll be found? And who's responsible if something was deliberately done? I'm going to use every card deck known to man that I have here to get these. All right, let's see what we get on Summer. I'm getting serendipity. Serendipity-do. What the heck do you mean by that? And then we have beginnings. I may have to switch up to the deck. Home. Okay. Maybe it happened at the home. Okay, serendipity, beginnings. Something might just be metamorphosis. Some kind of real change. Something changes form when it metamorphosizes. Setting sail and king. That's the dad. That's the father figure. I think he's taken her out near some area near water. I do. I think that's where her body is in some kind of repose. I always get that. I think I'm just going to say that my guess is that he took her. Whatever happened, I think he took her body, because they haven't found it yet. And it looks like set sail. Now that is water again, but we have the father figure here. And I tend to think that this is something happened in the home. But what? Explorer. Well, we all know that she loved playing outside in the water holes and whatnot. And love. Sunshine girl. Wildflower. I am a flower. That's her. I'm feeling like it happened at the house. Or something, there's significant something at the house. Let me grab. I'm going to grab the Oracle. Gothic Oracle. Do I want to do the tarot? Let me see that. What do I? All right. Try the star. Okay, Summer Wells. One of the things that I kept getting for her was I felt like there was pressure, like she was, I don't know if this is like compression of some kind. I'll just put it out there. Okay. So Summer Wells. What is the cause of her passing? Who is responsible? And when will she be found? Will she be found? Please. I'm getting the Queen of Swords and the Chariot. This feels like somebody that's investigating and following things up. I think the vehicles for sure need looking at. The world. It's an ending. But is this an ending of success that we learn what happened to her and find her? I get the King of Wands. This could be Candace and Ding Dong Donnie. That's what I call him now. He's, oh my God, I can't watch him. Seriously, it's just like, no, that's just way too mapping. I am not going to sit there and suffer nonsense gladly and listen to somebody sob. And I mean, if somebody was really, it just comes off as, a deflection. It's not that I'm sure they're really worried. And I'm sure that they love their daughter, but I think that there was neglect here going on. There's a secret, y'all, that's not come out yet. And there's a woman looking into it with her sword to get clarity. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's listen to this. Oh, Lord. You know what? I'll do that later. This to me is Summer, the Princess of Cups. She liked water. She was that kind of kid, you know? Sweet little thing. We have the sun. It's falling under the world. Oh, I wonder if, and we get the Five of Cups falling under the King of Wands. That's mourning, grieving. Okay, there's something that happened here. They know what happened to her. There's no question with the sun. And they were sad. I really do think they weren't watching, or they weren't paying attention, or something. Or they didn't get her help when they should have. They may have been also the kind of people that would go, oh, she'll be fine. Don't take her in yet. You know, maybe Dawn said, no. Who knows? The King of Swords. That's falling underneath with the Queen of Swords. And then we get the High Priestess. And then we get the King of Swords. So I feel like that is investigation. Those are people involved in looking into this bizarre cover-up. Because it is a cover-up. Temperance. This is about getting the right bits and pieces together to understand what is balanced, what makes sense. Also, more than likely, is a hint at a need of moderation in that house. Because it's falling under the Chariot, the Princess of Cups, and Temperance. I think that she was in trouble. She needed something. There's balance that she needed, some kind of help. What is this? Well, she certainly needs help to be found. Now, looking down vertically, I wish I could have another little camera right here. We have the Chariot. Then we have the Child card, the Princess of Cups, and then we have Temperance. And I'm kind of getting that still from that she might yet be found. There might be success in being able to find her eventually, because that's on that last third line as well. We get the Two of Wands. This is about, so now we have the World, the Sun, and the Two of Wands. To me, that's a place. The final end result card is the Knight of Cups. This is reflection. This is water. And that's falling under that King of Wands with the fiery temperament. The mourning, sorrow card of the Five of Cups and loss. And reflecting on it. I think that's Dawn. There was some choice that they made, and I think it could have ended up costing her life. You know, that could be if they were choosing to drink too much and get too messed up and not pay attention and not keep an eye on her. It could be something as simple as that, or poor choices being made and not getting her help if she wasn't feeling well. That's what I thought, Tyson. Also, all the radiance of the nearest police stations in all towns in NN is 50 to 65 miles away. So the police would come to the residence in 3 to 4 hours later. More likely, yeah, the next day. Oh, where's my head? Right now? I'm under here. You can just see my eyes. Yeah, that's something that a lot of people that don't realize how the laws are very different between what the law that exists on the reservation and what you can expect through that. And then, you know, otherwise, as you're saying, then what you get, many times they don't even bother to ask or question people that they should. I also hear that too. So I think Summer will be found. I do. But I think that they definitely know what happened to her. I think there is neglect in not getting her care or not watching her. Something along those lines, guys. And I do feel like there is a physical issue of some kind of pressure, for her, that she couldn't breathe, and if she was drowning, or if she, I don't know what, breath would be understandably an issue. Of course, anytime someone passes, breathing is an issue. No worries. Good night. We're almost finishing off. I just want to look one more thing at Summer. And I will be updating when I get more information on cases that I've done in the past, like with Jamie Sark from the tribe. I had it written down. I like to share that because I think that's respectful. Yeah, Jamie Sark is from, the Lennox Island tribe. Memberto Men's Society was helpful in helping to put up signs and stuff to help find him. So that's the people I wanted to acknowledge. But I think the rest of America needs to understand what happens on reservations. They need to understand how the law is not equal and how it needs to change. Now, let's see, Summer. I just want to do real quick if she'll be found and if she'll get justice. And I kept getting water, guys. So I'm asking the ancestors, how did Summer pass? And will she be found? Six of Swords. Now, usually this is the card that says someone's helping you to cross or helping you to get to a better place. But this does deal with water and movement. I feel like she's probably out in a natural area, probably with trees, and water nearby. We have water. I think she was driven further out from the location of her home and community, a little bit further out, maybe just outside of it, but maybe an area that was familiar to her. Their heart is broken, but they're having to try to keep this silent. There's also, I think, things that went on behind closed doors that are heartbreaking that we don't know about. And I don't like her father. Now I get 2 8s. Eight of Pentacles. To me, this is the buildup of evidence, the details, and the work done by the police. And I see having to endure. This is going to take time. This is fortitude. This is not going to be a quickly solved, we found her. And I didn't think so. I think it's going to take time to find her remains. But I do think once they do, stuff will kick up. The Hermit and the 5 of Cups. Well, that could be potential abuse if he's that kind of way, if you guys know what I mean. Because the Hermit can be that kind of person. But this could also be taking her to a remote area and mourning and grieving this loss. And I do think they are mourning and grieving her. And I just don't think that they took very good care. Okay, you guys, I'm tapped. And I got to get some. Now my voice is not too bad. But I have got to get some coffee going and get my throat here. Sorry I had to leave her a bit when my kitty's gotten into something and isn't feeling too well. Oh, bless kitties. And bless you all. Thank you guys for joining me for this live and for the run over of 25 minutes. We will continue to monitor these cases and pull the cards on them and see what we get and see what pans out. And feel free to ask questions, in the comments as time goes on. If you find out stuff, to share it. So thank you, you guys. Thank you so much for making my live interesting and fun. You guys are the best. And I will see you guys in the next live or video. And I've got to get the video on. I've just been too busy. But that's coming. And the St. Michael Archangel video is coming. All right, guys. Take care. Here goes the voice. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.